Doesn't it see us?
It turned away! I'm not looking forward to get the message. We come tomorrow. So welcome back to the channel. This time I'm in Sarek National Park for a hiking tour and wildlife watching. We're searching for elks, we're searching for brown bear, and maybe I don't know what we will see. Maybe nothing. With me I have 5 guests and we are going to hike into Rapa Valley and we're camping, and the weather forecast is not the best, but we will see what happens. Maybe it will be very wet, maybe it will be very snowy. I have absolutely no idea. Where are we?
Somewhere.
I don't know where we are. No trail. Sometimes you lose a trail. Not much, and it's quite steep to go up here. We had some wind when we started, but the wind started slowing off and we will have a nice night, hopefully up on the hill, because they promise no wind tonight. The weather forecast otherwise is good the first 2 days and then it's bad. They promise wet, windy weather and I'm not looking forward to that, but the first 2 days will be super nice, hopefully. The air starts getting clear, so nice. You can see a lot of the leaves are falling off already, and it's a really nice autumn feeling here right now. Super nice. There is part with the trail that's a little bit steep. How are you down there? Good?
Yes.
See? I'm standing here to the ground and the trail goes up there. This evening we have been eating and we have searching for elks and animals down in the valleys. I haven't seen anything down there, and I really looked with the binocular, and I expect to see at least one or a few elks down there, but nothing. So yeah, that's how it is. Anyway, now I'm in my super warm, cozy down sleeping bag, and I'm so happy that it's cold and dry now, because that's much better than the weather we're going to get later on, because later on we're going to get more moistury weather. This is better. Now I'm in my dry, nice sleeping bag, and I'm going to sleep. See you tomorrow. Good night. Good morning. It's a little bit chilly now, and during the night it have been so cold, so it's a thin layer of ice on the small pond with water outside our tent. I haven't been cold tonight, but it have been below 0 Celsius. It's super nice to go for a walk now in the morning. I have double long johns right now, and it's nice to go for a short walk, get circulation back. My hands are cold, and I also filming a little bit and looking if I can see some animals, but I don't see anything. A small bird came by me, but nothing else. And of course, when I'm sitting here and talking, I see something. I see a nothing. When you're searching for animals like this, it's a lot of nothing. It's a lot of dark spots, and so as you see behind me, there is snow on the mountains. That was snow there already when we arrived. I haven't talked with the group yet, but now I'm going back and make some coffee, and then we're having breakfast and start packing up. And we continue hiking into the valley right now. From this hill, Namach, you have a good view out over the delta, and you have a good view, more or less around the whole thing. It's a very, very good spot for if you want to see animals on long distance. But now we're going down into the valley, and then we also start calling the moose, and that's how we can get close contact to them, if we get close contact to them. The moose come to you when you're calling on them, but it's a little bit early now, but we make this tour now because if we're coming even later, it's even more cold and rough weather. Now it's a kind of balance between good weather and opportunity to actually be able to call them. Now when it's been frost down in the valley, all the berries start to be bad down there, and if there is a brown bear here, they're eating a lot of the berries now to gain the last of fat and energy before the winter hibernate, winter sleep. So now when the berries are waste in the valleys, they start going up on the slope. So you can see them sometimes walking around. They are super difficult to see, super difficult. But they're walking around up on the mountain slopes and eating berries. They're eating a lot of berries. Yeah, time to go back to the tent.
The Swedish guy of Daimler, and he's like trying to digitalize what he can.
But
Sad.
people see me like, hey,
Yeah,
I'm a video.
That's the reward.
Thank you.
Are you happy now when you have coffee?
Oh yeah. This is life.
Now it's color again
That is gasoline
for the soul.
for everything. Keeps me running.
Wie würde man jetzt schrullige Alte übersetzen?
Schrullige Alte. So now we try to calling the moose. There are moose down here, but I haven't seen anything yet. So we're calling, and then they maybe start moving and coming close to us. It's very common that they actually sneak up behind you, but the wind is coming in that direction. We're going towards the wind, and you really can't sneak up behind us because we have the mountain behind us. So this will be interesting, but sometimes you succeed, sometimes not. We will see. Oh. 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 I see no elks, but down there is a few reindeers. That's all. So beautiful. Really beautiful here.
Maybe next time you can bring a ladle, salad, spoons.
Just, put our dishes in this.
Yeah, like chops. We'll just be like, I don't know. Quite hot.
Hot. Good. Now it's almost 3 o'clock and we just had lunch. We continue now towards the camp. We have like a few kilometers left, but it's so beautiful here and we're just walking around looking. You see, I could actually camp here, but we have a goal to come higher up, so we had to go. It's super warm, super nice. So nice. Maybe we meet the brown bear on the trail here in the bushes. No, they're so afraid, so they will take off when we come. I hope. Now we're talking real bushwalk. Next holiday in a hotel? Next holiday in the hotel. Right here we actually have one of these where when the male bull is having period or is in heat digging, but this is, I can't really see, it looks like it has been here but not really messing up already, but we'll see. Here he have been also, and here he have been laying down. So right now we have a guy somewhere here, a horny guy. Now it starts getting late, the sun is going lower and lower, and we can already feel that the temperature start dropping a little bit. Now we need to find a good camp spot. Put up the tent, make dinner, and we come closer and closer to a good spot. We haven't done long distance today, but the terrain haven't been the easy part. This is how Sarek is. Luckily it's not raining. That's really good. Is it cold?
It's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah?
Like mid-chin.
I really like cold water.
You do?
Yes.
This is warm if you compare to the sleeping bag last night.
You know how to support.
It's about the same.
Yeah, maybe we should fill it with this water.
Oh,
Is it? Is it bad?
It is funny water.
Funny water.
Makes me laugh.
Oh, you are a sadomasochist.
So funny water.
Funny
Oh
water.
my god.
Now finally we've reached the camp spot. This is nice. Now we had to hurry because the sun is setting down, and camp up, dinner before it's dark. That's the plan. We just recently had a super beautiful northern light. It was really all over the sky, and in the beginning it started out a little bit slow as normally, and then it just turned out to be more and more. I hope I get some nice picture of it. temperature have dropped now, so it's cold now. Below 0. It's start getting frost. We have had dinner, and today we eat pasta pesto with cheese and olives. I called back home to Stina, and she said they promise kind of hard wind, and they promise a lot of rain, and actually they promise snow. So the plan now is to stay here probably for 2 days and just, you know, you don't move because then you get wet. You just stay, and you stay because you don't want to be exposed to rain and wind. We should not move actually. We just try to keep ourselves as dry as possible. We was talking about that it's not the kind of survival situation far away. It's more about keeping it as less uncomfortable as possible. Yeah. I'm not worried. Now I'm looking forward to going to my tent. Good night. See you tomorrow. Morning, it's a new day, and the weather forecast promised that it should start raining 7 o'clock, and it started raining 7:30, so the weather forecast was correct. It had been -degrees tonight because the water in the pots and so was a little bit frozen, not much but a little bit, so it had been a cold night, or actually not super cold. My group have been less cold tonight than the night on the top of the hill. Probably the temperature was a little bit lower up there than here, and we didn't have the wind here. Now our goal is to stay dry. We are not going to move today because they promised so heavy rain, and this time of year when you get wet it's difficult to get dry, so it's not a survival situation, but it's a situation where you had to work for keeping comfort as high as possible. It will be uncomfortable couple of days now because low temperature and rain is wet. You know, only walking through bushes like this after a couple of days with rain, all the water are still on the leaves. Yeah, now I think we need some tea and coffee, some hot drinks. We don't taking breakfast directly because we have the whole day when we can just continue eating, and so we start with some tea and coffee. That's great.
As long as we hike back on the last day and we get wet, who cares? Like, we have 1 day, 1 night, and then what is happening?
I'm filming things that shouldn't be on YouTube.
Oh, like, what's happening?
Maybe this is nothing for YouTube. No, this is, sorry guys. I don't know if it's brighter or still kind of, I think it's raining more again, and we just had some tea and coffee and eating a little bit. Now I think I go back into the tent for a while. It's a little bit chilly when you get so moistury everything, but not really cold. It's good to get rid of the condensation in the tent, or as much as possible of the condensation. Back in sleeping bag with my coffee. That's not so bad, actually. I wonder what they had in their coffee. A satellite phone is good when you wanna check the weather forecast. Then I'm calling back to Stina and I will get the latest weather forecast. Hopefully. We will see if she answers. Hej. Hallå? Ja, jag hör. Vad har det hänt? Alltså vi har det bra. Men vad säger de? Ja, det regnar här också. Men vad säger de om vädret? I just get the weather forecast from Stina and now they changed it again. It will start blowing tonight and it will turn from rain over to snowing. Tomorrow after 10 o'clock it will be windy but nothing coming from the sky. So that's good. On Thursday it will continue raining or snowing 18 millimeter, and on Friday it seems like it will not raining, but so now is the question, should we start walking down tomorrow and spend another night in the lower terrain in the tent, or should we take the advantage of being up here and going and searching for the moose tomorrow when it's no raining, and then take the thing to walk down when it's raining on Thursday? That's what I'm working with in here now. We will see. We will talk with the group also later on and see what we decide. Both decisions have advantage and both decisions have disadvantage. Of course, as usual, that's how life is. But in my sleeping bag, it's not bad at all. It's kind of okay. I was drinking a little bit too much tea or coffee, so probably I need to pee soon. We get sleepy
from doing nothing, actually, or at least I get sleepy from doing nothing.
Sorry, maybe blueberry or is it black tea? Nah, yeah.
Yeah, that's black tea.
I'm taking it anyway.
How are you doing with the condense in here? Did you get rid of it?
I think so.
Yeah. Now we have had dinner and I got the weather forecast from Stina and it seems like it will be better weather tomorrow. And then our plan is to move the camp tomorrow. Right now the wind suddenly increased a lot, so we had to peg down the tarp all around so it's not blowing away during the night. I'm going into my tent now and then I'm going to make a cup of tea there. Everybody else have got everything they need, but I forgot to give tea to myself, so now I'm going to make a cup of tea for me in my tent. You hear the wind? It's really coming up there on the mountain. It's much more snow on the mountain south of the valley right now also, so it's colder, but it's still rain coming down. This will turn into snow. That's good. I'm actually quite dry now, but I had to be a little bit careful so I don't bring moisture into my sleeping bag. Close in. Everything under control. Yep. So, a video light here. I can put the video light on. So, it is super important to not get moisture stuff into the sleeping area where I have my sleeping bag. So I take off my rain clothes before I go in, or just in entree. Today not so much have happened. We have more or less just stayed around the camp and drinking some tea, drinking some coffee, but even not much tea and coffee. Sleeping, staying in the sleeping bag, just try to waiting until this bad weather is passing by. Stress takes you nowhere in the bush, as I usually say. That's really good to remember that sometimes. And another thing that's important to remember, this is no Disney World, so this is the real thing. The plan now is to move the tent camp further down the valley, and I feel a little bit sad for that because I really wanted to go higher up here and searching for the elks, but sometimes you have to choose the more clever things, not only what you want to do. Yeah. You really have to try to stay dry and make it okay. Because if you push too much now, it's possible to push over the limit. And you should not push over the limit, because then it's not nice. I would guess now we have wind pushes up now in the tree there. The tent is kind of shaking, but I would say we have up to 15-20 meter per second in the tree when it pushes, and then between the push it's more or less nothing, like 5-10 maybe. But you hear how it comes through the forest sometimes. Maybe 15 meter per second, 15-20, yeah. We are protected down here and have a good spot, so. And I checked, there is no trees that are really in danger that they can fall over the tent, so it's a good place. The water in the river have increased like 5 centimeters already, and probably it continue to increase during the night. Now I will get a cup of tea and going into my sleeping bag. So see you tomorrow, guys. Ciao. Do you hear the wind? Little bit raining. I'm laying here in my sleeping bag and try to sleep, but I just listen to the wind, how it comes and goes. And I know that all the tents are well pegged down to the ground, but even if I know that, you got the feeling that soon one peg will lifting up or losing or something like that, but it will not do that, hopefully. But some of the wind pushes down here are a little bit intensive, not super intensive, but a little bit intensive. I wonder if the other ones are sleeping already, or if they also laying and listen to the wind.
I wake up and it stopped raining. Instead of rain, look here. See the white stuff out there? Oh. We leave that until tomorrow. Now I continue sleeping.
So it's 5 o'clock in the morning, and yeah, I think you can hear the wind. It's really chilly. Luckily, I hope I don't need to go out and pee, because I don't want to go out now. I can hear the wind. I can hear how the snow is drifting on my tent. And it is quite kind of snowy out there now. We are down in a valley. We are really in a protected area. And then you can just imagine how it is for people up there. Because there is still hikers out here. Probably still hikers high up in the mountain now. And for them, this is not fun. It can't be fun for them at all. I will continue sleeping and hope that I don't need to go peeing. It's 5 o'clock, so Good morning. It's windy. I think we wait a little bit more. Are you alright? Yeah, good. Welcome to the winter.
We actually really got the first snowstorm. Yeah. It's drifting snow a little bit. It's snowing, it's windy, and it's a little bit chilly. One of the first things we had to do when we're leaving here is actually taking off the shoes and make a river crossing. And now I'm checking the water level. Yeah. The water level goes up. Look over there. We have a good place down here, protected. But it will stop snowing or raining in a couple of hours, and then it's time for us to go, I think. Hopefully the wind slow down a little bit also, but we will see. Right now it is cold snow, it's snowing, and it is windy. The good thing is that the snow seems to be dry, so it's not sticky to the clothes yet, but when it will be warmer, that will be sticky to the clothes too. We wait a little bit longer in the tent, and then we probably pack up and hiking down in the valley, because it's a good spot here, but we had to focus on coming out from this place also, if we don't want to spend the winter here. Yeah. I think we wait half an hour, 45 minutes in the tent, and then we start doing our morning things. Breakfast in the snow and all that cozy stuff. Now the wind is coming. That one didn't reach the ground, it's just on the top of the tree. It's really windy. It's interesting to, when you're laying here in the tent and you hear how the wind comes, and suddenly it comes over you, and then it's shaking the tent a while, and then it's almost gone like this again. I don't know really how it works, but sometimes the wind seems to pass by just 50 meters away or 100 meters away, just coming in the top and not reaching the ground right here. Another time it seems like it's reaching the ground exactly where my tent is. So now you see, totally calm, no wind almost. And soon, probably, when you don't have a TV, this is the kind of entertainment you have. Now next push is coming. This one didn't even reach the ground. This was just in the top of the tree, passing by. So we'll take a quick look outside again. Do you want to say something to YouTube?
Yes.
Stay at home.
Now you have your chance. Stay home.
Stay at home.
So the message to YouTube: stay home. With a laugh. It had been kind of a wild night. Look. This one came down tonight. My tent is there, and this one came down tonight, and it's also another one came down tonight. That one is over there, and there's another one came down tonight. So trees have coming down. 3 trees around the camp. I thought it was something I heard cracking.
Crossing?
That's optional. We see how deep it is. Maybe it's not so deep. Maybe it's only to the knee, maybe it's just under the knee. Maybe we had to take off the pants.
TVP stuff. It's textured vegetable protein. It really like mimics the texture of meat.
Today we start with a short river crossing, and they have very low shoes, so they had to take off the shoes. I use another technique. I have higher shoes, and then I put a stripe, rain pants and a stripe here, and tight it quite well, you see? And then I can take a few steps in the water, but not standing and waiting. So I'm happy now. I'm over without taking off the shoes, but I will take off them in next one probably. Now we see when they go. This is not nice for them. How is it?
It's wet.
Oh wait, yeah.
Yeah. Didn't expect that.
Little bit cold.
Yeah. Oh. I don't feel my legs. Is it okay?
Yeah, that's okay.
Okay, that's good.
It's not cold.
Not cold.
Warm. It's like a tea.
Yeah, have a little bit distance between each other. Yeah. Yeah, good. You will not have sweaty feet during the next 5 years.
Why?
Because they have been so cold now.
It's not cold.
Is it not
Warm.
cold?
It's like a tea.
Hallelujah!
Are you happy?
Yes, I am happy! It's cold.
It's really cold.
It's cold.
It's cold.
No, it's actually quite warm. Now that I have hypothermia.
Yeah. Yeah. we see actually lots of trees that have coming down last night, and we also have seen the trees where the elk have been cleaning the antlers, because they have the skin over the antler, and this time of the year they want to get rid of that, so then they clean the antlers towards some trees. And this is the area where we scared the elk yesterday. Now we had one river crossing left.
Oh, this water actually feels warm.
I don't think it feels warm.
Very good.
This is not lovely. How are you?
Fine.
It's cold.
Well,
This looks more bad than it actually is. Actually, the sun is coming for a while. I wonder if we are the last person going through this part of Rapa Valley for the season. I don't really know. I don't think it's much more people coming here after a snowstorm like this. But I don't know.
You lucky guys sitting there in front of the screen looking at YouTube while we're sitting out here.
Frozen.
Frozen to death. I think you've made the better choice sitting in front of the computer. Next time we will also look at YouTube. We're not coming here anymore.
No way, it's much better here.
No, it's not.
Better here.
We had to cut that away.
So now I took on my rain pants again because it's really wet snow here on the bushes. It was less wet snow higher up because it was more wind there last night when the snow came. Here it seems like it hasn't been so windy, so then it's more snow in the bush. I really want to stay dry. Dry is warm, wet is cold. Here we just got a super fresh track from an elk. Super fresh. This is super fresh. The track. Super fresh. So today we have hiked down through the Rapa Valley and now we are in the lower part of the valley. And after last night with wind, things was actually quite dry. But today when we hiked through this wet snow in the end, we are moistery and wet again. I'm okay, but some of the guests have a lot of wet stuff and nothing dries now. The weather forecast is a lot of snow and rain tomorrow, but not so much wind. Now, time for sleep. Everything is so moisture. So moisture.
No, but it's just very like
This is snowy. Moisture. The snow is not the problem, the moisture is the problem. Otto.
Yeah.
Otto, you are not allowed to go home. You follow on the next tour next week.
How much do you pay?
Nothing. You make fire.
That's little.
I think I need you. You will be one of my future tools.
Yeah, of course. Perfect.
And was it warmer in your sleeping bags last night or no?
I feel like it's all the same. All these
Always.
nights are very different, but I feel the same cold.
What you happy with the snow Christmas feeling?
Yeah, I love snow. I mean, I love the idea of snow.
The idea of
To be
snow,
at
yeah.
home- to be at home and look at pictures of
Yeah.
snow
Or when you're inside your apartment.
Yeah, I like
you
looking
look
at it.
outside.
This will be great pictures.
from far away.
Yeah.
Yeah, from the sofa. I agree.
Getting out on the balcony or on the terrace, playing with snow, then getting back.
And in the dialect it's what?
So welcome to Sarek. This morning when I wake up, I had my tent 5 centimeters away from my face. It was really pushed down by all the snow. I just shake it and it stands up again, but you see what we got now. A lot of snow. And everything is moistery. You see, here is a trail. You don't really see the trail anymore. And our plan was to make a day tour, but after a day tour in this condition you are super wet and moisture. So then we had to spend a day in the camp. Instead of doing that, I called to the helicopter company and asked, is it possible for you to bring us out today instead of tomorrow? And yeah, they're going to bring us out. They're going to try to bring us out. We are not sure if they can fly in this condition, but I get connection with the fly company Fiskflyg, and they will try to fly from Kvikkjokk and bring us up to Sursjöfallet. It's not cold, it's maybe 0, +1, +2 degrees, but it's snowing, and you know, when everything gets moistery, you get cold. The sleeping bag are super moisture from the night. On the top it's dry inside, but you know, all the clothes, everything collect moisture. So it would be nice if we could come out now. Now our problem is we're going to take down the camp right now. And when you take down the camp like this, if they can't fly, then we had to put up the camp again. And then we are even more wet than we are right now. So it's always a calculation like that they have to do. But right now it's not really Disney World anymore out here. Right now it's more Sarek. Everybody seems to be happy and having a good mood, and it's super interesting because when you're out here and you get wet, you get cold, you have to go for shitting in this snow condition. People who still can have a laugh, they are survivors. If you're the one who just start feeling sad and things like that, you have to work with your mindset. But this group, they are kind of happy. I don't know what kind of medication they have, but I think they are survivors. They make a good job out here. It's not the easy life. It's not the easy thing here. I'm really sad that we didn't see any elks on close, because they really deserve to see some interesting animals out here. But this is how it is sometimes. They get Sarek from maybe the hardest side. One of the hardest side. Yeah. There is not much up there where we was camping the first night. Now it's low clouds, I can see the top, but not more. But it's also snowing a lot. Yeah, let's pack the camp. Some coffee and pack the camp while drinking coffee. So the latest news when I talk with the helicopter company is that they are coming to fly in and bring us out today. They will try to bring us out. I think that this is kind of the worst weather you can get in the Scandinavian mountains. When you get this wet snow, you walk through the bush, it just stick to your rain pants and it push through the rain pants. Everything you take in gives you water on your hands and wet hands, and that cools you off. This is hard to stay dry, hard to stay warm, and even to make fire is difficult. Or to manage to make a fire today, that's really not easy to do. It's really not easy. Now we're packing the tents, we're packing all the gear, all the food, stuffing it into the backpacks and heading out of the national park. And then we maybe say, see you next year, Sarek. Because I don't think I'm coming back this year. But next year I'll be back. Maybe. This is a rough area. Really rough area. Sometimes. But it can be super, super beautiful. That was actually a helicopter, but not our ride. That was not our ride.
How do you know?
I don't know, but he fly into the valley. It could be some mountain rescue thing. The trail is actually a little bit more difficult to find right now when you have all this snow and all the bushes is hanging over the trail in some places, and it's slippery and you don't really see where to put your feet, but I think we're doing fine.
Helicopter on the way.
Yeah! Are you happy? Yes. It turned
Finally.
away! I'm not looking forward to get the message. We come tomorrow.
There's a lot of colors, I don't know where to go. See a lot of colors, only feeling blue. There's a lot of colors, lost within a haze. Don't rely on others to get you through the maze. The dreams are not the same for me. Standing